Hello and welcome to Select 10. In this video, we will count down our picks for the top 10 best new Netflix original series and movies released in 2023. In the first week of the year, Netflix got off to a wonderful start and premiered a variety of excellent films and television shows that are definitely worth your attention. Also, let us know how many new series or movies you've seen this week. Now let's start the video. Number 10. Kaleidoscope. It is a heist drama miniseries created by Eric Garcia. The show centers on Leo, who is seeking retribution against Roger, the head of the private security firm SALEH, which is apparently holding on to enormous amounts of unregistered notes that might provide Leo with both money and his vengeance. Now to plan and execute the biggest heist, a skilled Leo hires a crew of individuals and works together to breach SALEH, the world's most secure vault, keeping $7 billion. But as he and his crew prepare an enormous heist, jealousy and other risks disrupt their plan. The story is partially based on the true incident when $70 billion in bonds disappeared during Hurricane Sandy in downtown Manhattan. The most unique aspect of the series is its unique premise, and as Netflix said, you can pick to watch any episode at random and still get the entire story, with the exception of the 8th, which can only be seen in the last. Any viewing order you select will lead to the finale. Although the series is not for everyone, fans of the heist genre might enjoy it, while a more general audience may appreciate its creative and interesting storytelling. Number 9. Ginny and Georgia. Although it may not be as well liked or as humorous as a show like Never Have I Ever, this one too has a strong following and deserves more recognition. And the good news is that the second season premiered on January 5, 2023, for those who are unfamiliar with the show. Season 1 of this comedy drama revolves around single mom Georgia, her teenage daughter Ginny, and her son Austin, who relocate to New England as Georgia decides to settle down in order to provide a more comfortable lifestyle for her children. However, when Georgia's past compromises her and her family's new way of life, she will stop at nothing to keep them safe. Season 2 sheds more light on Georgia's past, while also delving into Ginny's teenage life as she struggles to come to terms with the horrific secret she discovers about her mother. Also, there is a lot of stuff going on in Season 2, and there are numerous glimpses that reveal yet another frightening mystery from Georgia's life. Overall, with the exception of a few silly jokes, the show is entertaining teen drama. Number 8. Copenhagen Cowboy. It is a noir thriller series created by Nicholas Winding Refn. The plot revolves around Mew, a peaceful yet unusual woman with the ability to purposefully bring happiness to everyone around her. Meanwhile, Mew is an immigrant who is being purchased by Rosella, a wealthy and dishonest lady who believes that her sheer presence may fulfill her desires. But Mew's life takes an unexpected turn when she discovers Rosella's sinister motivations and decides to flee her home with her new friend, Simona. However, after Simona failed to arrive at their planned escape location, Mew embarks on a mission that leads her through Copenhagen's criminal underbelly, where she must survive, search for her friend Simona, and battle a lethal old nemesis and a family of sadists while seeking information about her own ancestry. Overall, this 6-episode series is a decent supernatural adventure that is as confusing, beautiful, and mystical as it progresses. However, you should be aware that it contains occasional scenes of intimacy that some viewers may find uncomfortable. Number 7. Madoff. The Monster of Wall Street. It's a true documentary series based on American banker Bernard Madoff, who defrauded thousands of investors out of approximately $65 billion and performed the largest financial scam in U.S. history. This 4-part series investigates Bernard Madoff's role in the creation of the greatest money laundering fraud on record, as well as the plan that defrauded clients of several $billion and led to Madoff's imprisonment during the 2008 economic crisis. It's absolutely staggering, and the series skillfully analyzes Madoff's notorious actions and how multiple system mishaps resulted in a failure to avoid them. If you like true crime documentaries or just documentaries, don't miss this one. Number 6. How I Became a Gangster. It is a 2023 action drama film directed by Maciej Kowalski. The film is set in Poland and centers on an anonymous mafia boss who tells the story of how he rose from being just a taxi driver's kid to the elite of the criminal underworld. The narrative focuses on the events leading up to his decision to become a gangster. While he did not have the typical troubled upbringing we usually see in typical crime films, here he was adored by his family, and the streets of Poland shaped him into a fighter and eventually, a gangster. On the other side, his father was a respectable man who desired nothing more than for his son to make the right decisions in life, but little did he know, his son had other goals that also had grave consequences. The film is engaging because of its beautifully detailed story, and it is definitely worth seeing, particularly for fans of the crime action genre, while others may find nothing new. Number 5. The Glory. It is a revenge thriller Korean drama, directed by Ahn Gil-ho. The center of the story is Moon Dong-yoon, who wanted to be a designer but was required to leave education after experiencing a horrifically violent attack from her classmates. Years down the line, when the boss of her fellow inmates marries and has a kid who goes to the very same primary school as Moon Dong-yoon currently teaches as the homeroom teacher, Moon Dong, who had years of plotting and rage, begins her plan of payback towards her old attackers and the classmates who sat by it and allowed it to happen. Despite the fact that this is a vengeance story, be prepared for a scary experience where you will see a compelling and powerful character-driven story. The subject is sensitive, so if you don't like this kind of plot theme, you can skip this one. However, the narrative, performance, and cinematography were all outstanding, and it is a must-watch on this list. Number 4. Woman of the Dead. It is revenge action drama, based on the book Die Tenfrau by Bernhard Eichner. The plot revolves around Blum, a tough woman who owns a cremation business in a location famed for its magnificent mountain resort. Moreover, she is a mother to 2 small children whose lives have been profoundly affected by the tragic death of their father. However, when she finds that her husband's death was not an accident, but rather a planned murder to conceal the dirty secrets of the little town that he was about to reveal, she sets out to find the people responsible. The moment she embarks on her vengeful mission and begins to hunt down the people involved in her husband's murder, it will remind you of Dexter Morgan's style, which should be enough to keep you interested for this 6-episode season. It is a classic thriller story with a fantastic main character, the perfect amount of action, and beautiful landscapes, making it an immensely binge-worthy series. Number 3. Stealing RADEN SALEH. It is a 2022 heist action film directed by Angad Sasongko. The main character in the film is Paiko, who is skilled at faking artwork and gets money doing it. While his objective is to raise a sizable sum of money to release his father from police custody. In order to accomplish this, he enlists the help of a highly skilled crew to steal a priceless painting called The Arrest of Pangeran Diponegoro from the royal palace. The rest of the plot develops as the film goes on, with Paiko gathering his group, coming up with a plan, and carrying it out, but there's a twist that you won't see coming. While the film did not have a typical high-budget heist adventure or over-the-top action, the story is highly entertaining and consistently captures your interest, so add it to your watch list, you won't regret seeing it. Number 2. Rise of Empires, OTTOMON. The second season of this underrated historical drama was released on December 29, 2022. I'm assuming that only a small number of you have heard of or watched this series, so please relax as I will give you a short review without revealing anything. The central character in Season 1 is Sultan Mehmed II, the Prince of the Ottoman Kingdom, who took control of the kingdom after his father died in 1451. In the meantime, the Ottomans had their sights set on the stunning city of Constantinople, which they had aspired to conquer for years, but were unable to do so. As a result, throughout the series, Prince is seen fighting a war against Constantinople, the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire. While in Season 2, Vlad the Impaler, a cruel tyrant in Romania, attempts to bring down his Ottoman Empire. The series provides us with knowledge on what may have taken place during the Ottoman-Eastern Roman battle. Additionally, unlike the Vikings and the Last Kingdom, it is not a full-fledged show. It is an extremely compelling and enjoyable documentary drama series where, in addition to the regular show format, experts also discuss the history of empire and the events of the series. Number 1. The Pale Blue Eye. It is a 2022 mystery thriller film adapted from the 2003 book of the same name. The film is set in West Point, 1830, where a soldier is discovered dead, and what makes this more horrifying is that his corpse is found to have had his heart surgically removed at the mortuary. In order to solve the murder and find the person responsible for the heinous deed, the young military institution's officials approached a town investigator, Augustus Lander, out of fear that the academy may suffer irreparable harm. Lander, who is constrained by the cadet's oath of secrecy, appoints one of his own, the unorthodox student Edgar Allan Poe, who has a dislike for the duties of the army and a passion for poetry, to investigate the case. As the unusual pair attempts to analyze the case, they swiftly realize that the pattern of the murder points to the supernatural. Overall, the film has a dark gothic visual aesthetic that works in its favor, and the story is a slow-burning but rock-solid historical mystery that is elevated further by the strong performance of Christian Bale. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. And do subscribe our channel to see more videos related to movies and series suggestions.